Hey King Alpha, how's it going? Anyway, I want to do a watch through, so I'll do a commentary while I'm watching it through. Yeah, just for you. Or you can do whatever you want to with it. I don't know. I'll give it to you. Your video. But let's see. Yeah. So the Mania 1 life starts always kind of funny. You don't have to do that while you're doing like a no death run, but it's the same thing I would do too. It's like kind of tradition. Sort of how you start out doing no deaths is by doing just like life runs and seeing how well you can do. Gosh, man, the efficiency is just ridiculous. Yeah, really one of the prettier players. Like, yeah, really does a good job making this game look pretty. I'm a really sloppy player. I don't know if that's on my end. All those little flashes and stuff, so if it is, sorry. What, you already killed those guys? Jeez. Yeah, Blaze is really unwieldy. Probably would have been as good as Axel if just they gave her better damage. Her damage is just that tiny bit too low. Early jump kick, you're like, yeah, it's funny how there's that sense of you want to get through this part so badly. I can feel it in your playing, how badly you want to get through this so you can get to the actual like playing, and that's what happens when you get all the way to 7 elevator, then you die on 7 elevator, and you're like, okay, now I gotta get through the easy stuff. The stuff that's not actually easy, but at this point you find this stuff easy. Just so I can get back there. Oh man. Yeah, just great efficiency. Really, almost running this like it's a speed run. Look at that. Whew. You saving your health? Yeah. Potion training. Did you not mean to grab there? Is that what happened? You didn't mean to grab the Jack there, you grabbed Jack? Yeah, Blaze has got that really high jump, too. You know. She just gets so much air. It's kind of, I don't know. I don't know if you like it. I don't like it, personally. I really like, I'm a bigger fan of Axel and Max's jump. With, Skate's jump is really low. Where he's just, he doesn't really get, like, enough air, I feel like, and it's hard to kind of use Skate's jump. There's some benefits to Skate's jump being low, but then on the other side of it, there's Blaze's really high jump. And, I don't know, being in the air for so long in a game like this, where stuff like that can happen, just, you can get knocked out of the air, or you just put yourself into a bad position. I always found Blaze's jump to be just like a little bit too much. Okay, you just completely stopped playing. I also like how you've got my console there on full display. Look at that. Like, look, it's even got like my little signature. It's always fun to see. It's good to see that it's holding up. I'm surprised you haven't had any issues with it, like any other controllers or anything either. Yeah, I think you're still using like the controllers I gave you. I'm assuming I gave you 2 of them as well. I think I gave you... Did I give you a 6 button and a 3 button? I think I gave you a 6 button and a 3 button. But yeah, I think It looks like you play with the 3-button controller. But yeah, I'm surprised you don't have any issues, but I usually... I mean, I just destroy my controllers. I'm a really rough, not, I don't know what the word is. Elegant. I'm not an elegant player. Here comes the Barbin fight. Oh, you're just doing a Barbin pull. Okay. Yeah, you're waiting for the time to run out to just get the Barbin pull. Yeah, 80 seconds Barbin. Barbin gets pulled into the fight. So if you don't move forward, you don't get anybody? I don't know if I've ever actually done this. Yeah, the backwards jump kick to corner him. Then Blaze has just got that slow blitz attack where she just has so much air time. Nice. Yeah. Baiting the punch. I'm assuming you can't get the elbows in there for third punch without him countering with the, like, probably his kick. His kick is just so fast. Or his throw. He'll throw you too if you're really close. Yeah, he probably just throws you out of it. That was a good Barbin fight. Okay. I see why you do that. Yeah. Who? Really? Yeah. Jeez, really fast Blaze playing. Look at that. You gotta love that. That's the kind of stuff, like, those are the kind of problems Axel doesn't have. Just that, you know, going for your blitz attack and Galgia just looping around on you because your blitz just takes too long before it connects with the hit. You know, whereas Axel's Grand Upper is just like, it just hits so fast. Just get that attack right away. Hits really fast, has very little hit stun when you're actually... This game has a tendency of slowing you down when you're hitting enemies, and Axel's Grand Upper just has very little of that slowdown in comparison to other attacks. You know, whereas Blaze's Blitz attack, that slowdown really hurts you. Just hitting enemies and getting slowed down from the, like, you know, just the hit. It's one of the things that gives this game a lot of weight behind it, where a lot of your attacks feel like they're very weighty and... But, I mean, but it's also, you know, something you gotta deal with the fact that you're getting slowed down as well. But, yeah, it's one of the things you get really good at, too, while you're playing. Look at that! I don't know if, have I done that, maybe? I don't know. Hard for me. My issue is memory. I don't have the best memory. Yeah. But I think that's one of the cooler things about this game is, whereas a lot of games you have to, your memory is sort of like your best asset, so long as you can mechanically do the move of, you know, jumping and whatever it is that the game requires you to do. Your memory is actually your best asset, and just like remembering where things are in the game and all that other stuff. In this game, I would say that's not the case. In this game, I'd say your reflexes are actually your better asset. Your reflexes and your ability to prioritize a situation is actually, like, I think, your stronger tool in this game. And yeah, I didn't actually start working on memorizing where the enemies were until... I don't know if I even started until after 9+ing Max. Yeah. I think I got 9+ with max, and I didn't actually know where all the enemies were. Like, you know, like in 4 Elevator when guys fall, like, oh, you get this guy off screen, now you know, you can have a samurai jump kicking down at you. Like, I didn't actually know that was going to happen. I just was reflexing the game, and just improvising. That was sort of like, that's sort of my strength in the game. And it wasn't really until, like, I started doing, like, the more intense 9+s with the other characters and, you know, really going for no deaths that I actually had to like remember and memorize the game and know like where the enemies were. And you know, for me, I think the next step is in getting like better is actually memorizing who is who, like name wise, so I know like while I'm hitting a guy that like, oh, that's this guy's name, oh, that's this guy, you know. And then I can actually memorize like how much health he has left and stuff. I don't know if that made any sense, but anyway. I'm rambling during your jet fight, but this is just... We're only on stage 2, so it's not a big deal. Doing the double jet pull, though, is gutsy. Yeah, gosh, man. It's, getting a no death, man. It's really, really crazy. You got it with Blaze. Really crazy. I'm really curious to see what the 7 elevator looks like. Oh, beautiful dodge there. I love that about this game. The dodging in this game, I mean, yeah, really beautiful dodge with the blitz attack, just dodging the punches. There's so many ways of sort of dodging a punch in this game that just require really, really good timing. That aren't necessarily their first. Yeah, the reason for the move isn't necessarily for dodging. It's just, you know, like your blitz attack isn't necessarily like intended to be a dodge move, but it is a move that you can dodge with. So it's like it's offensive, it's offensive, it's defensive, and it's position. It puts you in position as well. You can use your blitz attack for all 3 of those things. I really like that about the game. I mean, you know, jumping's kind of the same way, where you can dodge with your jump. It can put you in good position, and you can use it offensively with like your attacks. There's also one of those fun walls here where if you like throw a guy, you can, you know, if you're up on the wall, you throw a guy, you can actually throw the guy through the wall. You just clip through it. Nice Gauzia. You got a nice knife Gauzia there. Knife Gauzia can really troll you. Just come in, stop, you know, like start backing up with the knife, doing all sorts of weird stuff. Just sometimes he'll come in so slow, it's like, what are you doing? But yeah, man, you're really like, yeah, it's kind of cool watching this, just seeing you play it. Like, you're really playing it like a speed run. I feel like when I was, you know, my no deaths, I was running it way slower, way slower than this. I think, I don't know, maybe you don't have the patience, you know, because you're just like, I gotta get through, I want to get through it. I want to get through it and get to the good stuff, you know. Yeah, look at that. That's a Blaze problem right there. Just those 2 Donovans splitting on you when you're doing a blitz attack. That just, you're not gonna have that same problem with Axel. You know, maybe one of those Donovans would have been able to split off, but for the most part, you probably would have gotten all 3 of those guys with Axel. An Axel Grand Upper just would have just annihilated those guys. Look at this. Oh yeah, because he's going for the sword spin. Nice. wondering if you're gonna have screen for that. Yeah. I mean, another thing too is just your screen management is, yeah, really some of the best screen management I've ever seen. Just managing the screen and the enemies and positioning and using your attacks to get guys in positions where you want. Yeah. That's the tough part. The tough part about watching somebody else play who's better at stuff, you know, is just, it ends up making, it makes you feel like a hack, you know. Yeah. But it's cool watching because this is a smart scene to not be just bum rushing, by the way. Probably not something you're gonna do in an actual speedrun, but in a no death run, it's crazy how deadly this section is. This early on in the game. Like this early on in the game, you get these two ladies with the jack, plus, you know, the mob of goons, you know, and it's like, yeah, it's just incredibly difficult. Keeping the sword? You keeping the sword for the Hillits? Trying to see if I can remember if Blaze has got the high hit with the sword. Yeah. I think she has a double hit with the sword. One of them's a high hit, while then the other one's like, yeah, kind of like a lower hit too. Sort of, it's interesting, you know, where the actual hits are with the sword. Nice, good backwards jump. Nice. Whew, nice. Yeah, it's always nice getting a sword hit in between like a Donnie punch too. That's really, really tight timing to do that kind of stuff. Huh. Nice. All this stuff. Some of this stuff is just so speedrunny. Just really being efficient with the. Nice. Yeah, Blaze just her damage output. It just needed to be that tiny bit better. You know, it just needed to be a tiny bit better. And, yeah, she really would have been... I think she could have been on Axel's level if they just increased her damage on two attacks. Her forward special and her blitz attack. And literally, I would have increased the damage on her blitz attack by one of her punches. That's it, just one of her punches. And that way you can kill a Donovan with two blitz attacks. And I think I would have increased her forward special to do half damage on a full bar. So like that signal with the full bar, just increase her forward special to do you know, like half damage on it. That way you can do like two forward specials and take a guy out with it. That makes sense. You know, it's a move that's taking health off of you. You don't want to be using it all the time, but it's still doing a lot of damage. Nice. Yeah, it's always fun watching that. Just seeing a dodge, you know, dodging the attacks on Mania are not easy, and it's fun watching like a move getting put out, like the throw that gives you those iframes. and just seeing that pipe get swung and miss as a result. Yeah, really, really good playing. We're only on level 4 here. 4 is where this game, the ramp up. 4 is almost where like that level 3 section with the 2 Electras and the Jack. 4 is where like that all of a sudden you get one of those like every other second. You know, that's like what 4 starts feeling like. Especially when you get into the elevator, where all of a sudden it's like this is like now it feels like you got like 4 of those, you know, those sections of that difficulty or maybe even I would say harder than that difficulty. And yeah, 4 elevator really is a huge choke point for runs, for no death runs, for, you know, even if you're going for like a 1 credit on this game, you're like, you have to be able to get through this, you know, the elevators. And yeah, 4 elevators like just a huge one to just get annihilated on. Nice, yeah, doesn't. A lot of stuff where, you know, on a no death run, I'd be too afraid to be throwing forward specials when my health's at like half. Yeah, takes a. You gotta be brave. You really gotta be brave to do it. You gotta be brave. You gotta know that, like, just, you know, you gotta push yourself too, because it makes you better for the next run. When you're like, all right, you know, yeah, you could get annihilated, very easily get annihilated. When your health starts getting low, it's real easy for guys just to gang up and chip you away once you get half health. Especially since, you know, you want to be throwing your specials and you can't. Yeah, see. There's a situation where you probably would have thrown a special there, forward special, to finish it, but you just didn't because of the where your health is at. You got to do a little bit of health management here. Try and get yourself back up to full before elevator as best you can, because elevator is going to be killer. Yeah, that was good positioning on that Donnie kill, because these boxes here, if you hit the box with Blaze's Blitz, it'll eat one of her hits. Like, the box eats the hit, and the guy doesn't take the hit. So you can just, like, whiff the guy, and now you're wide open for an attack. So having his position where it was means he's going to hit the guy without hitting the box. I mean, it's just little stuff like that. And just how you position your attacks, and difficult to do because you got to be in right position to hit the guy without hitting the box. And, you know, if you go too far out or too far in, you know, now you put yourself in a bad spot. Yeah, she's also, Blaze has got a lot of movement-based stuff. Like, look at just the fact that, you know, she does the slam, throws herself back, and you kind of throw yourself back out of good position. That's another thing too. It's like some of her attacks puts her in really good position for the next attack on a guy that's down on the ground. And then others of her attacks just puts her in horrible position to get back to the guy so you can be doing maximum damage to him. Nice. Nice job. Nice. Ooh, nice. Yeah, very difficult. Very difficult to time these guys, their getup when they're off of each other, to be able to get the hit on them both. Very difficult to do that. Because those guys have a frame-perfect attack. So if you're off, you're going to get hit. Like, they're going to hit you if they decide they just want to, like, real quick kick you. Yeah. This is one of those things that's actually easier to do with, like, Axel and Max than with Blaze, despite the fact that Blaze has got that higher jump and, you know, she's got decent range on her kick. Just the fact that she has so much airtime makes it difficult to just get guys on the ground without getting annihilated. Man, that's smart. Gosh, that's good. Yeah, not easy doing this stuff. Tried using the blitz to dodge there and just didn't have the timing perfect. Oh, jeez. Wow, nice. Great job picking them up. Yeah, picking them both up off the ground like that with the punch was really great. Just such a difficult section. Really made you just wow, you really made that look easy. Really difficult section. Yeah. All right, yeah. Still the same. Yeah, same old strat against this guy. Just maintaining. Maintaining. That's just you messing up, but that's all right. It happens. Yeah, just maintaining the guy on screen as best you can. Nice. Yeah, you're not even. You relaxed so much during that boss fight. It was. You know, kind of funny to see how much you relax during that boss fight. Just, you kind of, yeah. Yeah, Abadidi, who's like a nightmare for most people, you're just like, ah, he's no big deal. I got this guy. I can mess around. But yeah, a lot of maintaining screen. What happened? You stopped playing? Be right back. Really? You're just gonna stand there while the knife guys run around? I love that fire extinguisher, just giant fire extinguisher. Oh my gosh, we're back in the fight. Well, the knife Galgia waited for you. Does he always do that? Is that like a thing? Oof, yeah. I wouldn't even... Yeah, Blaze's forward special just has startup frames to it. You know, it's got good range on it, which is kind of the bonus to it, is that you can actually hit guys from a little bit of a distance with your forward special, but the startup frames on it make it so it's, you know, I mean, you hit it and then a guy will hit you before you can get your first attack. You know, that first hit of your attack off, so it's just... Yeah, you're just left open, and there's a little bit of that with a lot of the attacks in the game. You just have to know the timing and when you can use them and when you can't use them. Yeah. Five is... Yeah, 5's kind of a tricky stage where, if things go good in 5, I think 5 was, out of 4, 5, and 6, those stages, 5 I think was the first one that I had no death on. Ah, I need to sneeze. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. However, if you do bad on 5, I think you also can lose the most amount of lives on it, as opposed to like, in stages 4, 5, and 6, which are really difficult stages. 5 I think is the easiest to lose the most lives on if it goes bad, just because there's all this section stuff, and then you have to deal with the 3 jets on the boat potentially if you can't. Yeah, if you don't properly pull the jets, you have to deal with all 3 jets on the boat, which can be a disaster. Is there a Galzia left, or did you get him? I guess you got him. Okay. This is really where Max, just Max can get in there and just do the suplexes and just be taking off, tons of health. Whereas the other characters, if you want to just be doing like, grab to throw loops, it just takes so much longer. Yeah, trying not to lose the sword. Okay, yeah, there's the single jet pull. Yeah, and the pull for the jets is the same. I think it's the exact same spot, and it's just time based. It's like you go into the spot, and for X amount of frames that first jet gets pulled, and then you go back into the spot, and so it's like if you go into the spot and just wait there, all 3 jets are gonna be like 1, 2, 3. But because you're going in and getting out, I think you can hit. I think with Blaze you can hit the guy when he's Supermaning at you. You can actually hit him with the sword. I think maybe not. Maybe it's not with Blaze, and it's with Max or something. With Max you can hit him with the back of the sword. But I'm pretty sure you can hit him with the sword with Blaze, but it's tough to do. So yeah. And then it's the same thing with these guys too. Like you just duck into the spot, the pull spot. Look, ducks into the pull spot, pulls Donovan, ducks back in, pulls the Galzia. It's just, yeah, it's kind of it's an interesting pull spot. I don't know if there's another pull area quite like it in the game, where it seems to be like the exact same spot to pull every single guy. Yeah, after the jets, you got to deal with this whole section, which is just a nightmare. Because this can get out of hand real quick. The ninjas, if they start throwing you, if they grab you and throw you, now you're getting more and more and more and more pulls. And you're having to deal with more and more guys. It's like, and then like one ninja will grab you and throw you into the next ninja, and now you've got like full screen. Every guy's just getting pulled as fast as possible, and very hard to survive that. Yeah. Oh, then you can pick up the grenades. For the longest time, people will be like, you can pick up the grenades. I'm like, no, you can't. You can't pick up the grenades. For the longest time, I was just like, trust me, I'm good at this game. You can't pick up the grenades. You can actually pick up the grenades. It's just, I don't know why it's so hard to pick up the grenades, but you can actually pick up the grenades. I don't know if you can pick them all up though. They may have to be in like a certain state for you to pick them up, and some of them may just like, go in and out of that state, or just way too fast, or just never go into that like, oh, now you can pick it up. Go into the pickup state. Yeah. Another section that's very difficult. Yeah, it's just 5 has a lot of really difficult sections that when they get out of hand, you lose a lot of lives, potentially a lot of lives. But if you can play it perfectly, you end up with it looking like this, where it looks pretty manageable. Pulling one jet at a time seems pretty manageable. Pulling one ninja at a time, you know, dealing with this guy before you hit boss, all very manageable. Not stuff that's like... But it just doesn't always work out that way. Yeah. Oh, you hit, yeah, both guys, okay. Yeah, if you keep this guy at a... Yeah, the enemies kind of want to... They want to back up. I don't know why they have so much trouble with these sort of slanted walls, but they do have a lot of trouble with these slanted walls, because they either want to be like backing up or moving up. And because the wall's slanted, they can't move up. They just sort of like getting pinned. And because the wall's behind them, they can't move backwards. So they just don't know what to do. And I'm assuming that's going to get utilized in 7 Elevator, that same technique, because there's actually a slanted wall in 7 Elevator as well. On both sides. Even on the side you can't see it, there's, I think, a slanted wall. Just off-screen. Off-screen for us, but not for the enemies. Yay! This gets... Yeah, so 6 can get really crazy. Really crazy, really fast. Let's see how he does this. Okay. Did you know you were going to be able to get that guy with the forward special there to finish him off? Kind of looked like you knew. I didn't know. I was like, oh, looks like that guy got away. You didn't. That ninja had a little tap of health left. But you know. Yeah, see, that's the issue. It's like that Donovan with Blaze, it's 2 blitz attacks, 2 punches. And that right there is it's just too much, I think. I think it would be so much better if it was just 2 blitz attacks on that Donovan. If they just upped their blitz attack damage by that much. By literally that much. Just by 1 punch. If they did that, I think she would have been... I mean... She could have been on par with Axel for how good she is in this game. You know, like more difficult to play with, but she could have been right there with Axel, where it's like the good Blaze players and the good Axel players, it's like you wouldn't be able to tell, like, well, which one's better? Which one's like gets through the game, you know, faster. Yeah, I think that's, you know, really just 2 tweaks to her would have just been like, she just would have been incredible. You know, the problem is that she's so good on the lower difficulties that they probably didn't want to do that. Yeah, nice. Got the single pull on the kickboxer. 4 kickboxers. Just got to take the hit. And yeah, there's a certain spot. There's actually a pixel on the ground that's like a little shiny pixel that I use to pull these guys. I'm assuming King, I hope he uses the same one, but maybe he uses... Some people will use like the background too, or, you know, a different spot that makes sense to them. It was good. Yeah. But yeah, these guys, it's just, you know, there's so many sections where if it doesn't go perfect, now you've got just a mob of guys that you have to deal with. And I haven't really seen that happen at all in this run. You know, just like really, really controlled. It seems like all the sections where you want guys to be getting pulled one at a time are getting pulled one at a time. Mm-hmm. That's brave. This is brave. This is brave right here. You don't have to be pulling the samurais with the signals. You could just take the signals out by themselves. But this is like, yeah, this is just the... This is just too confident for your own good. But really, yeah, not too many issues with it, despite the fact that, you know, it can get messy. It's super easy to get chipped away health-wise in this game. It's just so easy to get, you know, to lose a life, to chip damage, to just guys coming in, hitting you here and there. And not getting hit, I mean, it's impossible to not get hit in Mania. It really is, like, almost impossible. I mean, I know that's probably like, oh, I ran this level without getting hit, but like... Like, I even think if they had... So long as it's running it in real time, I don't think anything or anyone could get through this game without being hit. I can't imagine it. Well, no, I'm sure an AI would be able to figure out, like, would be able to do a frame perfect, pixel perfect run, every frame, every pixel. So, yeah, I think I'm wrong about that. Yeah. An AI would figure out how to do it, but it would be, yeah. It couldn't do it with the controller, though, I'll tell you that much. You give a computer a controller. That's my whole thing. Like, yeah, if you plug in like inputs into a thing, fine. But like, you have to play with a controller to be playing this game legit. You give a computer a controller, it's gonna fail. I'll tell you that much. These are the conversations we have, King Iopa. These are the conversations we have. I'm getting excited. We're about to go into 7, and it's like, it is early in the morning for me. I'm having my coffee, and I'm getting excited that we're like getting this close to 7. I'm getting real excited about it. Like, it's gonna be crazy to see what 7 looks like. I'm assuming we're going to be doing, yeah, single pull here. Yeah, pixel perfect pull to get just Soother without any of the jets. Soother's going to be accompanied by 3 jets. And you got to be on a specific, you got to hit a specific pixel and not the pixel after it or the pixel before it to pull just this guy. You go pixel before it, you don't pull. You go pixel after it, you pull him with 1 jet. And that can get you into trouble because that jet's going to be flying around and then he might smack you into, you know, farther right of the screen, and now you've got all the jets and you have to deal with that. Yeah, so I've got some predictions for 7. I think King Iopa is going to use my jet strat. And if he starts using it, we can, you know, I'll get into that. Or I just am talking about it, because I just am talking randomly the whole time. Let me think. And then there's the, yeah, there's the samurai ninja section. I don't know what you're going to do for that. I think you're going to probably just try and group guys as best you can in the corner. I don't know if there's a strat for actually grouping every single guy and then maintaining him in the corner. I don't know if that's even possible. Yeah, I love it when the ghost screen pops up. You can do stuff, you know, do a blitz attack or forward special, and you get this weird glitchy, you know, blitz forward special kind of thing going on. Skate has an actual like moonwalk that you can do, but I've never actually figured out like how to do it. I'm sure somebody knows how to do it, but I've done it a couple times, but I've never figured out like how to like actually consistently do Skate's moonwalk. Oh, that grenade explosion just hit a little late. Otherwise you would have, yeah, gotten away with it. Yeah, very, yeah. This section's not super hard once you get used to it and how to deal with it. The problem with it is getting through it, maintaining enough health so that you're going into 7 elevator with as hopefully full health, but if not, then with as much health as possible, because it's just yeah, iframes on get up. Once you get knocked down onto the ground, you have iframes when you get up off the ground. Yeah, really good knowledge of positioning here, of knowing how far over you can go without, you know, triggering this extra ninja here. You can do the same thing with Axel, but it's a little bit tougher because Axel's got a little bit shorter reach, a little bit shorter, but yeah. Blaze has got really good reach on her jab. Nice. Last person, yeah, we're going in. I'm assuming sword strat, that Scoops arcade sword strat on Kickboxer section. Maybe even maintaining sword strat for the Jack section as well with the bongos. Yeah, always nerve-wracking when you're dealing with these easier sections. Smart opening up that turkey there just to, you know, having those extra boxes on screen actually causes lag. So just reducing lag, making sure that thing's open. And then also this is going to allow them to get into position for the jet strat. Very difficult to pull off the jet strat. Almost seems random, like it's just a random thing that happens. But you can get better and better at it, where there's like a higher and higher chance of it happening. But the idea is 5 guys on screen at once. So if you can maintain the guys alive and get them to actually loop down under you, then you'll only be pulling 1 jet at a time, taking care of that jet, and then, you know. So now he's got 3 guys down. He wants to kill 1 and have 1 go down. Perfect. Now a jet's gonna pop. After this guy. There might be another guy. I think there's a jet now. Yeah. So now jet pops. And that's it. Now you just hopefully you can loop jet. Nice. Takes a lot of patience to wait for that dive bomb. And then hopefully, yeah, Jet just cooperates. Smart, triggering the uppercut to maintain Donovan in position. And then you're hoping this guy pops up at you. But yeah, Blaze has got so much movement on her attacks. You gotta be using certain attacks rather than other attacks just to maintain your position so you're not moving. If you move, you might trigger all these guys to now flood out forward, and now you just lost your positioning. Yeah, Jet has a frame perfect dive kick. That wasn't it, but he does have a frame perfect dive kick, so it's hard to not get wrecked by him when you lose him. It's just, you know, if he wants to hit you, he's gonna hit you, unless you just like precog what he's gonna do. You just have to get lucky. So it's just that even the best players lose that positioning. But got one Jet taken care of with it. Huh? Trying to see what the yeah. Huh. Yeah. I don't know what the strat is here with Blaze, but I mean, it might just be survive. Do damage, survive as best you can. And if you can get sword strat going for the kickboxers, and that works out, you don't really actually need health. Especially if you can get it going as well for the Jack section. The Jack Bongo section. And it's like, okay, now I don't actually need health so long as I don't get hit and I can keep sword. So yeah, here comes sword strat for kickboxer section. Yeah, and once again, it's utilizing this slanted wall here, where the enemies just, I don't know if they're moving back or up, but they just don't know what the heck to do. So, yeah. So he's just stuck there. And you can leave him. You can just let the time run out, and no one will actually continue moving forward. Once you actually get them into a certain position on the wall, you gotta like knock them back far enough so now they're hitting, they're back on the wall, and now they're just like stuck trying to like move up or back so that they can then loop around you or something. I don't really know, but for whatever reason, just, you know, because of their programming, they just don't know what to do on that slanted wall once they kind of get like pushed into it. So if you're holding a certain position, you're going to be hitting them. This guy's going to come forward. Yeah, because you didn't get thrown back far enough. He might come forward again because he didn't get thrown back far enough. Yeah, I think King Alpha, I think you're actually trying to keep him from getting thrown back far enough so you could actually get this next guy going. But yeah, that's sort of your positioning there. Just hold that position, keep the guys along the back wall, and now you can once again take these guys down basically around like one at a time. Getting this thing to work though, now you gotta wait for the grenaders. Another issue is the time. That time limit goes to 0, you lose a life. And there goes your no death run. But yeah, now you may have to move forward, yeah. Move forward. There's the hit. There's the grenader. Is that it for the kickboxers, or is there one left out? That might be it. So yeah, very scary. No, no sword. Through the sword. Okay. Nice. Yeah. Oh. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So this is just like... This is just that same old school strat of, you just group these guys along the wall and, jab them to death. Easier to do with Axel, just because Axel's got such a fast jab. But, yeah, very... kind of a laggy section, so sometimes you'll just lose an input. You know, you'll hit it, you'll hit the input, but the game just eats it because there's just too much stuff going on. Now we're getting knife pulls. So 6 knives on the ground is the maximum item limit in the game, and then no more items can be spawned. And the robot's attack is an item. Yeah. Don't die there. Don't die there. But yeah, the robot's attack is the item. So the only way the robots can hurt you is the explosion. And if you grab them, they have an electric attack. So I think either one would kill... Yeah, either one of them would actually kill Blaze. So just grouping the guys. Ugh, that's a little scary. Scary getting that close to the guys. Yeah. Oh, then I'm pretty sure Blaze can be all the way left towards the wall. Max can't be. Max actually will get hit if you're all the way on the left and a robot. Yeah, you take a robot out, robot will explode and hit Max. And with this health, I think that would be a death. With Blaze I don't think gets hit. However, if you finish Blaze's attack, she'll kick forward, and then that puts her in position to actually get hit. So there's still a risk of death there. But wow, getting through, yeah, 7 elevator. That was a really good 7 elevator. I mean, it's just like... Yeah, trying to get this robot to cooperate so you don't have to pull too many guys. He's just being a punk. Nice job. Good. Yeah, just... Everyone's deciding to be a punk, and you really don't get... Yeah, you really don't get a ton of health here. A turkey would have been nice here, but that's okay. Yeah, trying to pull Bear by himself. Trying to think what bosses you don't deal with on 8 elevator. The jet you don't deal with. You know. I mean, you get Bear before elevator, but yeah, you get Barb and Sam's Abadidi. You know, get some robots and Bear before the elevator, and then yeah, that's it. Just the jet, I think, is the only boss you don't deal with. Yeah, this is another section where time is kind of becomes an issue. Yeah, Blaze just does. Yeah, her damage output just isn't where it should be. So you always have to keep the clock in mind, more so with her than any other character. And it's just, I think it's also a thing when you're playing Mania and you're trying to stay safe and not get hit. The clock is what's going to kill you most of the time if you're playing like that. Like, you have to be doing some dangerous stuff. And Blaze got that blind spot on her over the back throw. So if a guy's real close, you're going to throw right through the guy without hitting him. I think she has it in Streets 4 as well, where you just throw a guy and you'll just completely miss the dude who's right next to you. So, yeah, kind of funny. But anyway, everyone in the game has a blind spot on their throw. But Blaze's is a little bit more prominent because she just has so much motion in that back throw. That's good, yeah. Full health. Very scary fight here. Very scary. Just trying for the dodges. If you're gonna get hit in the air. You take the least amount of damage while in the air. So, as opposed to being on the ground. When you're on the ground, you'll take, you can take a lot of damage from attacks. And then if you're in the air, that same attack will just be like a little jab to you. Nice job. Nice job. Using the blitz attack to dodge, to kind of... Once Samsa nail here, but once Samsa gets up, he's going to be invinced, so that's why you trigger this, this uppercut on him. He's got invince on get up, so you can't just grab him on get up or even hit him on get up. You gotta wait a little bit. And then, yeah, so really just utilizing blitz attack and the iframes from it to trip Zamza up. Another really, really scary section, but nice. Whew! Getting through that's not easy. It's not easy getting through that. I'm curious how the Shiva fight's going to get dealt with, but yeah. And then this guy, even when this guy's on the ground and you have advantage, he's still dangerous. If you're doing attacks a little too fast, he can have a breakout move. So he'll just get like iframes on a breakout move and just annihilate you. I'm starting to get nervous. I'm not even playing, I'm getting nervous. Okay. Nice, yeah, nice. Oh, wow, nice. Wow. Yeah, Shiva's got iframes on get up as well, so you gotta be careful. You gotta time them right. I'm just trying to keep them in screen here. Yeah, saving health, doing that. Otherwise you're using health. And then just using an attack to trip him up so he's going to be blocking. And then at a certain point he'll release the block. So you gotta... The timing for this is to actually be hitting him so you're not hitting his block and so you're not going late is really tough. Okay, nice. Getting... yeah, nice job. Yeah, and time is a really big factor here on these fights because it just takes Blaze a little bit longer to get through Shiva than it does any of the other characters. And now you gotta fight Mr. X, who's got like tons of health. gonna get toasted. Nice. Using the blitz to dodge the attack. Good. Nice. Good timing. Wow. Look at this. Look at the time. 16 seconds. Oh my gosh. How nerve-wracking is that? 13 seconds. You can't even... Yeah, you just can't even worry about that. No, I think the hit might have... There it is. Holy cow. 8 seconds left on the clock. Look, you can still lose from the time running out here, I think. 5 seconds. Oh my gosh, man. Whew. Holy cow. Jeez. No death blaze. Wow, that is incredible. Oh, there we go. He's going to show himself. He's showing himself. No death blaze. I like the balloons in the background. That's perfect. That is incredible. Wow. Wow. Really cool. Really cool to see that. Man. Wow. Congratulations. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to give you this video, King of Elbows, so you can watch it. And I don't know. You can do whatever you want to with it. If you want to upload it or whatever, you know, on your channel, you can do whatever you want to with it. Or if you just want to keep it for you, you can do that too. I think getting a no death blaze earns you the right to have a commentary from me that's all yours, or you can do whatever you want to with. I think that's yeah, I think that's kind of cool. Oh man, whew. That ain't easy. That is not easy. That is a difficult thing to do. Oh man. Yeah, that's it. That's the only blaze. That's the only blaze no death. That might be the only blaze no death ever. I mean, I don't know. I can't think of somebody else being able to pull that off. You know. Yeah. I mean, right, currently Skate's the only character now. Skate's the only character that hasn't had a no death done. All the other, yeah, the other three now. The other three have gotten it, so Skate just, I don't know. Skate just doesn't have the strats, though, that's the whole thing, but that's it. It's just Skate's the last one. Oh. Skate's gonna be the toughest one, right? Someone just mentioned it right now. Can't see who it is. Yeah, I assume Skate's gonna be the toughest one. So in the chat, yeah, Skate's gonna be the toughest one. Skate. We don't have the strats. We don't have the strats for Skate for 7 elevator. Other than that, everything is doable with Skate. Everything with Skate's doable. The only thing that's not doable with Skate is 7 elevator. We do not have the strats for it. I think we just don't have the strats for the. Maybe like the ninja section, even though that's something you can kind of get through. But really the kickboxer section is the only section in the whole game that we don't have a strat for Skate, where it's like we just don't know what to do there. So you're hoping you can get through that section. It's just, yeah, you need a strat like that sword strat. You can use that sword strat with every character except for Skate. It doesn't work with Skate. He's too slow with the sword. So anyway, well, there you go. King Alpha, congratulations. Nice job. That was awesome. Yeah. All right, Anthopants out.